All right.
Did I answer your question?
Is the inner join in this thing?
Okay. What I did was I got this thing from the SQL Server. Remember what we did the last time when we now put our data in the SQL Server. So I had the order, I had the people, and I had the returned. So I did inner join between order and returns.
Can we see your data source?
My data source.
You did the join here, Abby?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Vicolo, Machiavelli.
I'm not even sure if I did the right thing there.
Where's your left?
That they laugh me so.
I don't laugh. I just they shout. They shout.
I'm still learning there. I might be wrong anyway, but this is what I did there. So I wasn't really sure. I now said, okay, when I come to class today.
I remember Lucky said we should do left join, and the reason for the left join is not for anything. Look, what you did now with inner join, you will have left some values unattended to.
No. Remember, he is trying to analyze returns. So if you are doing inner join with return data and other data, what will you have? Only return. So what the data he have right now is only return.
Only returns.
He is excluding the others that are not returned.
Yes.
Prof, why are you explaining for Victor now?
No, but that's what I
to
did.
Dada.
I actually said it. I said it from the
Let
beginning.
Victor explain to
No,
Dada.
but that's what I said. I said
Okay.
you can only get returns. You can only get returns if you make order. So since we're analyzing return, I just felt the best thing to do was to do an inner join between orders and returns, so that definitely all the returns is going to be in order. So that was how I got all my.
Okay, all right. So in other words, you didn't have any calculation that says, okay, if it is return, yes, if it's not, so like this one, it just give you all the return.
Yeah, just give me all the returns, and if it's not returned, it will be in this. The data won't be here.
Okay,
So this your data source now is for returns.
It's for returns.
Okay.
See what I actually, we have order, we have people, we have returns. So what I did was the common feed between them, which is the order ID between returns and order. That was what I used here.
Okay, fine. If so, supposing you now need to build another V's,
yes,
another dashboard using this same data source and all of that. So that means you will only be responding. I mean that requirement does not say only return. That requirement wants you to do other analysis, So you have
what?
No, but
maybe I have the wrong.
I would say that for the question that was given, he did the right. He did
exactly
according to the way this is correct.
Because it just said returns, and this is it here. That's what I was trying to explain here. The total returns, then returned by the region, returned by manager, returned with the year.
Okay, so Victor, now one question where I will want you, as you work on your daily job,
yeah,
you have to start thinking out of the box. So if the users want to see all of the orders, they just want to view the orders with different dashboards, and they just want a click of a button to see only returns, and another click to see all of the orders, the normal order sales. You can still achieve that with these dashboards without having to build any other data source. I mean, any other reports.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can do a left join then.
Exactly. So for me, you can just use one dashboard to accomplish the two. What you've been working on before and this new requirement. All you have to do is replace your data source with the all of the data
Mm.
sources that we have, or just join like you did now and do like a left join and bring in all of the other,
Others here.
yeah, and then bring in one of the fields that says return. Where you see, when you click yes, it means you are viewing all of the return. When you click no, actually, I will also advise you rename your null value. Actually, let me do that for the sake of the class.
Okay.
Let me just
So
press control.
stop sharing.
No,
Abi?
just leave it. Let me use your dashboard.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, you only have return here. This is only
Yeah.
return.
Yeah.
And let's say if I go to one of your, and I bring in this return here, if I do show filter right now, you can see I'm only having yes. So
Yes.
that's because you
There's
did,
no none because I
yeah,
didn't do.
you did inner join,
Only
but
returns.
your user
Yeah.
can say, okay, they like this dashboard. They also want to be able to view the orders that are not returned, and they just wanted to bring in a filter where they can flick between the two. All you have to do is go back to your data source here, and from this order ID here, you just make this like left join. And you make this one also left join. Okay.
And refresh.
Yeah. You don't really need to refresh anyway.
Okay.
So if you go back to your dashboard right now, you can see you're going to have some item blown up. Let me go back in here. Okay, here you are counting your order here, your order ID. Okay, you are using join. You're not using our union data.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I didn't want to use the union.
Okay. All right.
Because union will like bring all the data points to the listing. I just
Yeah.
felt
Yeah. Okay. This will still work anyway. So here, in this instance, I'll come to my, instead of using this field here, for example, I will not use that return from the return field. I will use the normal order ID, which is the normal one here. And I click OK. So you should have your stuff blown up. So right now, you have both returns and non-return. So here in this none here, you can actually rename this by doing edit alias. Let me come back to this return here. If I come here, click on edit alias, this none here, I will just rename this to be like no, which means if it's yes, means return. If it's no, means it is not return.
Okay.
I'll just click OK. So right here is showing up no now. So with this, let me customize this. I don't know. So with this, if I want to see return item only, I can just click this and click OK.
Okay.
I have my return. And if I want to see the items that were not returned, if I click on no, it gives me all of the items that were not returned.
Okay.
And you can apply this filter to your dashboard, and you have all of your details in one place. With a flip, you can just flip between the two dashboard.
But this now is showing all the, so this will no longer be total returns. This will be all the orders.
Yeah, this will not be all the orders, but you will now bring in that filter return here, so they can fit it down to return and fit and view every other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this thing, this thing I did, does it make sense? This year.
Yeah, you have to explain to us what you did. I mean.
Okay, this is for the different managers in the different groups. The one with the highest return is the Anna and Andretti.
Okay,
like
so
if I do like this, go to Anna Andretti and I did apply.
Okay, so you're trying to show the trend of those returns.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, if that it makes sense, but also again, this is just for us to learn. But in the real world, try to do what makes sense to the users, but this is a good one.
Right. So,
Yeah.
which is also what I want to say. Look, what I asked earlier is the devil advocate, and which lucky I've been able to, like, explain, and showing this how to do it, which is fine. Now, using this one as using all the manager as a trend and all of that was not the question. So stick to the question. For me, I know this dashboard looks very good. I like the fact that you use all these, donor chart as your KPI, which is awesome, and the presentation is okay, but look, stick to the requirements. Requirement says the trend by year and all of that. So
And that's what I just asked now. So which means the return by year, the trend, this is wrong. It's
it
not.
has to be with everybody without showing the manager as the.
No, it's everybody. It's all the people. Like this is Cassandra Brando, this is Kelly Williams, and this is Chuck Maggie.
I guess, yeah, I'm saying that it should have just been in one single line based on the requirements.
Okay, okay, let me stop sharing so that I will.
What is the requirement that you're talking about, Dada?
The requirement says we should get the trend by year. So it's just
Does the requirement say that?
Return is return, not just return by year.
But it did not say by managers, no?
Yes.
No, the requirement did not state that. Let me look at it.
Not says by manager.
It said the return by year. So and the manager is in charge of all this return. So what I was thinking, okay, if we're looking at year, you cannot just say, okay.
There's another.
Yeah, there is another way to do this better. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
wait,
that's what I was asking.
Does the requirement say return by year?
Return items by product name.
It doesn't say. It says most returned by periods. It didn't say year. So I'm not saying what Victor did is right, but
there's
it doesn't say by year.
Requirement that says, let me look for that. Victor, do you have that requirement and pull it out? And pull it, let's have it.
I don't know where it's in one of my files.
What's the requirements?
Okay, yeah, I have it open here. It says most return by period.
By period, okay. It doesn't say by year.
But that period,
but it does not say by manager too.
By period, no, but okay.
It's talking about, if it says most return by period, it's talking about the product.
Exactly, and you can easily check with this,
Yeah, by product. Yeah, which A0 is right. Now there are again, this is where you have to think outside of the box. What you did, Victor, is right. Okay, now the user can come and say, okay, we don't want this, we do this, and they can explain to you. So it doesn't make you wrong, it's just a change requirement clarification, okay? But by period, what I mean, for example, does it have your control? Here, how I will show that might be, Joshua, stop. I'm sorry. So how I would do that would be, oh man.
Yeah, I think I understand what.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. So the easiest way I will have done that will I bring in the order year here. Do I have your remote, Victor? The order year here, and okay, which period do they want, month or year? So I'll just give them something this way. Joshua, please, I'm in the class, okay? And then down my order here, I'll bring this somewhere here so they can see. Okay, and if I show my return, So all of these are my return. So I can either visualize this one for them, like in the heat map, something like this.
Okay, but okay, can I show
Oh,
something?
You want
no,
to say-
again, there are different ways, but again, like we're trying to say, with this, they can see this item here has the most return in September 108 by the color. So they might want to like investigate that to know why. Okay, but if you want to show it by line charts, by products or
No,
by period,
okay.
it's still okay.
The one I showed by line chart was actually by here, but by the period, let me go to, if I come here now, for example, I come here.
The period here is ambiguous.
Okay.
Okay, it's not specified without monthly. Joshua, please, it's not specified without monthly, quarterly. So you just have to like give them something at least in a more lower granular level for them to see, and then they can they comment.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is still a good one. All right.
Okay.
Again, in the real world, you might find out that you're working in a place for like 2 years. You're working on one dashboard, and you just keep on doing tweaking to one dashboard. Today they say this, tomorrow they say that, and that's your job. You have to keep tweaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Let other people share. Maybe I'll learn.
Yeah.
More.
Okay. So who else? Who else did the
I
assignment?
did mine.
Okay, go ahead, share.
Nadia? Okay. So, like while Miss Nadia is sharing, when you mean return by period, can you ask the company exactly what they want?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like broad. When you mean period, is it monthly? Is it yearly? Is it quarterly? You can ask specific questions, correct?
Yeah, definitely. And that's the
Okay.
purpose of you guys meeting like once a week or twice a week. That's the
Okay.
purpose.
All right.
Okay, go ahead, Nadia, and take us through your dashboard.
Okay, so I created a donor chart for the region and the managers, and also I did this table for mostly returned. And then the location.
Okay, so what location have the most return?
This one, California West.
California. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very simple layout, very well explanatory. Then by the period, even though you don't have that the most return by period, like we just said, if the users come to say, okay, we like this, but we want to see by period, by monthly, by yearly, you can still add that to this. But this is very, very good. Okay.
All right.
Can
Yeah.
I say something about the tree map?
Yes.
The tree map doesn't really explain what you did. Can you explain it?
This one?
The one at the bottom left.
Oh, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
Yeah. The tree map. No, go back to your dashboard. Go back to your dashboard.
Okay.
The tree map and the highlighting table there is the same.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same. We are showing the same thing.
Most returned.
Yeah,
The same
yeah.
thing, yes,
So
it is.
it's the same. So like you did for the KPI shows the total return by heat manager. That's very informative. The heat map below is also very informative. It shows the locations. The tree map and the highlighting table there is kind of redundant because it's showing the same information. So
Yeah.
you could have maybe bring in another kind of metric like categories, subcategories, and all that instead of
Mhm.
using, yeah. So that will make more
Okay.
sense, or you can do a whole lot, you know. And again,
Okay.
that is the
The
purpose of
total-
QA. Okay,
The
like
total return. The total return is in 197 really.
That's for the 2016. So if I do like different years, it has
Okay,
different.
okay,
Yes,
okay,
You do for
okay.
all, then it will be three.
Yeah.
it will give you the whole of it.
Yeah, okay. So like I was saying, what Ejiro just did is QA, where they QA your work. The QA person will critique your work. Again, I've always
Uh-huh.
said, the critiquing of your work is not to attack you personally. Don't take it personal. It's just to make
Yeah,
sure that
it's a nice thing, because I learned a lot just now from
Oh, definitely.
Ejiro question and Dada question,
yeah. So it's just
Definitely.
to make sure that the team does not release a defective report to the user, and the users are not able to use your report or find it useful. That is the purpose of
Okay.
QA. So you sometimes you might be angry and you see this QA person asking questions, saying do these changes, and you want to take it personal. Again, I always tell people it is not your father's business. You guys are all there to work for the common purpose of the organization. So don't take it personal. So like Ejiro is critiquing your work, don't take it personal. It's just QA.
Oh
That's
no,
the QA process. No,
definitely.
I'm not saying you are taking it personal, but I'm just trying to say
Okay.
how it works in the real life. Okay.
Okay,
All
sir.
right. All right.
So Taba, the total return, when you click all, it's still not the total return. The total return should give us 3,200. So click all.
Oh, it's okay.
So perhaps you're missing something. So you are
Exactly. That was why I asked.
And
It's
okay,
clicking on
30
go back to one of your
3,200.
worksheets.
It's 3,200.
just one of
I have
them.
to- Just a
Escape
minute.
out of. Go to
Yeah.
okay.
Let's look at that pie chart. Let's see what you use. You put
Okay.
it on the reason. Or
This
maybe
one.
later. Okay, so okay, so can you open a new sheet?
No, let her go to this. Can she go to the second this thing? Sum 0. That the second.
This one.
Yes. Let's see. Returned. Can you click on that? And let's see the.
Your
Okay.
return is
You want to
It's
see?
returned. Okay, it's returned. Okay, there was no calculation. Okay, what's the full this thing here? Can you expand it?
Is it returns?
Aggregate returned what?
That's the calculation. Let's look at the calculation.
No, on the test, what is it? Is it okay? Okay.
I just did count returned.
Oh,
Mm,
that's where it's wrong. It should be this thing.
sure, I've used
Counts D.
No, I think you should have used other ID return.
right.
This
She can actually use return. Return is it is yes and no. So she can do if return is equals to yes, then 1, else 0.
okay,
Then
yes.
count the yeses.
This one.
Yes,
This
you can
return
use that.
was to yes.
So
So I
let's
should use this one instead of the return C.
Yes, so is this return item you should put in that label, and you drop this returned. That was why I was asking what's on this returned, this second one. What was it? Can you expand this so that we know what it is? This returned, aggregate returned on the second
what
panel.
Victor is talking about
On the second
on your
panel.
map, so just download
Close
that.
the calculated field.
How about close the calculator field?
It's not about, it's Nadia.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing it. Nadia, sorry about that.
Are you there?
Maybe,
Network.
yeah, but calculation to say if return cost year then one is still correct.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's what she placed in that this thing.
I don't think
test.
so.
Yeah,
And if that's what she placed in the test, she'll get the correct
yeah.
return. Yeah.
Okay, maybe she might be having issue with her mic. Okay, let someone else share while we wait for her. But she did a good job, and
Yeah,
you know,
just the numbers.
yeah. Okay, let me stop her from sharing, and then someone else can share while we wait for her. Okay, who else did the assignment?
Should I show what I have?
Let's say you and another can be the list on the hierarchy.
Yes,
Taba,
she
did you do
last,
anything?
yes, I agree.
Taba, did you do anything? Okay, all right. So in that case, where's Medina? Medina, how about you? Are we sure we are online, or has the rapture taken place? Everybody just disappearing.
This is what I'm seeing
Rapture
here.
has not taken place.
I see Dale.
No way.
Nadia, you there?
Okay, all right. Ejiro, share your screen, Ejiro.
Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry. I really do apologize. I think my baby woke up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Should I continue or?
Okay, yeah, you continue, Ejiro, then after you, she can
I'll
share her
come
screen
back after you're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is the returns report. So I have the people, the managers here, and I have the region for location here. I have a filter for the date. So once you select the date, I have this table here, highlights table that shows you the number of returns for the period and the total report returns for the year. So, and also these fields are interactive. So for Anna and Reddy, these are the products for this year. And Anna and Reddy is in West.
Okay.
And if you select, for example, if you select East, you see that Chalk is the one in East, and these are the returns for that period. And you can also select, for example, you can select, you just know the product name. I'm supposed to put products here so that if you just know the product name and you want to find out what returns were there for that year or the period, you see that Ativa is on that Chalk and it is in the East.
Okay.
So that's what I have.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, nice. Nadia, can you share your screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, go ahead. Are you sharing?
Yes, I just did it. I'm on 2 computers, so I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yes, sir. There we are, sir.
Okay, all right. So, Dada, you were asking a question.
No, the point I'm making is that the total number of return is correct. When she eventually show the total number of, so in order to correct that, we're like, okay, so which return does she use, or let's correct that or something.
Okay. So should I use the return, excuse me, the return items or the return C for this
Let's
one?
look at the, you know what, first of all, can you open a new sheet and let's look at what we have on return item.
Okay.
Just a new sheet. So drag your return item, let's see what's the total. That's what's in the text. Okay, it's giving us 1600. So there's something that is.
I think she should not use return item. You should use returned. Then you do count of that return. Drag the return item out.
Okay.
Then drag returned. Returned is under.
Yeah, returned.
Then do the count. Why is your return just yeah, you can do the count.
Because she's using the return from the return ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go to the drop down on return there. No, the one in the
This
canvas.
one?
Down. No, down.
No.
Down, no, down.
The one under
The
two
text.
tips.
The one in
Okay.
yes. Then go to measure. You see measure there.
Yes.
Then count. There's something wrong with your data.
Okay. Remove
Maybe when she was joining the data.
remove that
when she
that
was
year
bringing in the
from your
data.
filter. Just drag it out first. Okay, I think he might be. Let me check something. Let me make sure that let me open up that Superstore. Where is it?
Or maybe she didn't merge the 2014 and the 2022.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Let me see. So she might be right somehow. Just the order from 2. Let me multiply this. Let me just do a rough calculation. If not, it's okay. We can take that out later.
Yeah, it's 3,200.
2 times
Yes.
4.
Yes.
1600.
Yeah, she did.
1600 is 3000. So she did just
3,200.
one.
She did just one.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, but we can fix that later. Okay. Just try and do your prep. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, the report looks good, and then try to put something else on the just replace
The
one.
other table.
Yeah, one of those tables.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you,
Thank
Gigi.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There was something I was hoping I could show you guys. I don't know, Gigi and Dada, have you worked on like employee data before, like HR data?
Yes.
I think yes.
In this calculation for turnover, doing some head count when the data is just only hire date and time date. Have you come across that problem?
Yes.
Okay, maybe in my next class anyway, I might try to show it to you guys. That's just one of the stuff I know I missed. But for now, let's go on to interview prep. But don't stop trying to learn this. Okay, keep I'll randomly.
Can we see Dada on, please?
Oh, Dada, sorry, my apologies.
Okay, Victor. Sorry,
Go ahead.
no, I did do it. So I started doing it this evening though, but I've not even completed it. So Victor, sorry, you missed mine. But then Gigi, there's something that you promised us the last time. Lucky, don't let us forget.
Which one is that?
She changed her mind. She called me and said that she's not going to show anybody. That's her secret. So
No, you have to pay money for that. For that info, you have to pay. You have to pay
Yeah,
money.
really? Are you serious? It's okay then. All right, let's move on then.
No,
yes.
I will show. I'll show later.
Okay. All right. So for the newbies, I know some of you are very ready to start applying. You know, it's just good to take you guys on how to answer some of those interview questions. Okay. Now, any interview you go, I mean, maybe over the phone or Zoom, whatever, there's always one question that will keep popping up, which is tell me about yourself. And for those that have been in this class, this might sound boring to you because I always emphasize this, okay? And I will always keep emphasizing this. Why? Because this is your selling point. This is where the interviewer will get to like know you, understand your background, and it's just a place where you tell them what you've done, you know, your experience, you know, just to get a feel about you. And your first interview sometimes might be like 30 minutes, you know, 30 minutes. And maybe your second round interview might be like 1 hour. But if you scale through the first interview, stay with the same tactics of tell me about yourself. Okay. Now we used to have a cheat sheet of this. I'm trying to like modify this into something very simple to entail some of the stuff that we do in class. I will modify this and send to everybody, especially to the newbies. I know those Ejiro and Dada, they know how to manipulate their way with this. Now, tell me about yourself. When the recruiter call you, okay, sometimes the what's it called now? The recruiter might call you to say, okay, just to tell you that they've seen your resume, they have the job opening. If you are available, you say yes, and they want to like, so okay, can you just tell us a bit about you? Now, that recruiter is not really the interview. That recruiter just wants to see if you are a good fit for that job so she can submit you to the hiring manager, okay? Now, I don't normally call that first recruiter call the first interview, because that one is just to like get to know your attention if you're available, and then they submit you. Your main first interview is when the recruiter schedule you with the team or with the hiring manager. That first call with the hiring manager or with the team is your first call. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
I need to, please talk.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, for example, now, once you put your resume on Indeed or Monster, and you start receiving calls from especially these Indian recruiters, they will call you. Now, that their call is not really the first call. That one is just to see if you're available in the market and tell you about the job. And if you are interested, they will not submit you to the team or hiring manager. Now, when they schedule your first interview with the hiring manager or with the team, that is your first call. Now, normally that call normally go with like about 30 minutes. Now, imagine 30 minutes. After that 30 minutes, the hiring manager will introduce himself, tell you about the job, what they are looking for. Now, that might take between 10 minutes. So you have 20 minutes left. And then they'll ask you, can we get to meet you? Now, if they tell you, can we get to meet you? Or tell us about yourself, or tell us about your experience, it's the same thing as tell me about yourself. Okay? Now, if you ask me, the way I normally go, if the recruiter asks me about, tell me about yourself after the whole introduction, I normally say, well, thank you for this opportunity. It's a good honor or pleasure to be interviewed by great personnel like you, then I'll now go straight. Again, keep in mind that try to keep your answer within 4 to 5 minutes, because remember, 30 minutes, you have to make sure you hit every point. So I'll just go. I have over 8 years in data analysis. I've been in this industry analyzing data for like healthcare, telecom, finance, and I work with various companies. I work with various teams, and I work with teams that are based in onshore and offshore. So why am I saying this? I just want to give them the idea that I have worked with teams both remotely, in person, and I'm also trying to give them the idea of the kind of industries that I've worked with. So I'm telling them my experience, okay? And then I'll say, since I've been working, or during the course of my career, I've worked with BI tools such as Tableau, Power BI, Domo, ClickSense, and I've used tools such as Tableau Prep, Informatica, to transform, structure my data, and load to make them report ready. And I've also have the opportunity of engaging my project manager, my client, both internal client or external client, just to understand their requirements and align my development with their requirements. I schedule meetings with them sometimes once a week, sometimes twice a week, to make sure that as I'm developing my reports, I'm carrying them along, and I can also get feedback quickly to integrate those changes into my report before finalizing or releasing my report for QA. You know, just something simple for now. But again, I'm going to develop this cheat sheet, make it a lot simple. If you don't know what to say, you can just, when I was looking for a job back in those days, I used to print this and just have handy. If you call me, I'll just read this. And over time, it became part of me that I could just read it through and tell you some of those stuff. But the point where I'm going is, tell me about yourself is very, very key. And I'll, in this class, we will find time to like practice, then try and align your introduction to this cheat sheet here. You can rephrase this or rewrite this in a way that is okay for you, but again, make sure you hit on your key strengths, your experience in terms of data, working with team, and just stop there. Keep your answer within 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to practice this one here. We're going to practice this, but before we get there, when you are done with this, tell me about yourself, then the recruiter or the hiring manager or the team have different mechanism of drilling you. They can start drilling you with about Tableau, asking you Tableau questions, tell us how you did this, how you did that, and so on. But some can also use another mechanism called, is it STAR mechanism, where they'll ask you, tell us when something happens, what you did. I also have that cheat sheet. I will send that to you as well. Okay. So this is just like a full preamble of what the interview process is going to be. All right. They call your first interview, the manager introduces himself. Keep in mind, 30 minutes. Manager have like 15 minutes, and you have like 15 minutes. Okay. And then what I normally do also is I will open my Tableau Prep. My Tableau Public. Okay. I'll open my Tableau Public, and I will open my best visualization. Let's say I want to use this V's to like showcase my skill. I will open this one here. I can open another one like 2, but I'll just open one, and I will look for opportunity where the manager will be asking me about my job. Do I have, trying to ask me some question about my dashboarding. I will look for opportunity to like direct them to say, okay, I have something to show you that will better explain this question. They will say, oh, sure, share your screen. You can just share this. Visually is very, very captivating. If you can take your hiring manager attention into seeing what you've done visually and demonstrate everything you did on the dashboard, it captivates their mind more than what you say. Okay, so these are just the techniques that I'm going to show you, especially the newbies. And if Ejiro and Dada has something else, they can also add, but this is what I have been using. And I believe this is what some of us have been using, right? If Dada, Ejiro, am I right?
No,
This
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, you're
Even
very
up
right.
till now, I still have my tell me about yourself on my decks, so that in case I get any call, I can just pull it up and read it.
Okay, so
I also have,
Can I ask a question, please? That
yes.
Tableau Public that you show, for example, if they now say, okay, explain, can you go back to it, please?
Mhm.
That visualization. Okay, they now say, explain this particular sheet that you pointed to now.
Mhm.
But how will you do? Because there's no way to like go to this particular sheet.
You
Like,
don't have to see. Remember, the users are not going to be seeing your workstation, your desktop. What they will be seeing is exactly what you have in Tableau Public, but on the company server. Every company have their own server. Just the same thing that you have here is what is going to be showing on their server. So your
okay.
Tableau Public is a replica of the Tableau server.
Okay,
You
so
get
which means they cannot like grill you down and say, okay, can we see the calculation you
No,
use in
they won't see
getting
that.
this?
All they want to see, they won't
Okay.
really, no, unless they give you some sample data to say, okay, build something for us. And
Okay.
they might want to, but most of the time, they want to see, because this is the end product. How does it make sense to the user? That's what they are interested in.
Okay.
So just take them through, for example, let's say you are the hiring manager and you ask me that question, how will I present this dashboard? I will say, this dashboard is the data for the 5,000 Inc. company for 2014. Basically, the users want to see the top companies for 2014. They want to view this data by the revenue, by the employee that they have, and they want to also see which of them make the top company. Now, the users we are looking for the top 50 companies, but I thought it's wise, what if other users want to see more than the top 50? They want to see top 20 or top 100. So in order to make my report more dynamic, I created a parameter here that allow the users to select any top range and view their data. For example, if I want to see top 20, right, top 20, this gives the users the top 20. And what this report is saying that the top 20 company, I'll just read what is here.
That's
The top
nice.
20 company that made the Inc. 5,000 company for 2014 accounted for $44 billion, which make up of 23%, 20% of the total revenue, with a total workforce of 38,000, accounting for 3.7% of all of the workforce for that year. And below here shows which state have the top company. Basically, what we're seeing here is the top company by revenue. It shows that out of the top 20 company, California accounted for 3 companies out of the top 20, followed by Texas, and so on. You don't have to explain everything, just say and so on, and then move to the next one. And here it shows that of this top 20 company, how long have they maintained consistency to be on this list of top 5,000 company? So we see that here, only 4 companies out of this top 20 has been on this list for more than for just 1 year, and only 1 company has been on this list for 12 years, which is TriNet and blah, blah, blah. And I'll also show that I'm using a V's in V's here for the users to see the company without having to drill down to further.
That's
You
good.
understand? Just demonstrate what you did. And I can say this dashboard is very interactive. The users can say, okay, I only want to see this one company and see the information. If they click on it right here, it drills down the report to show where the company is located. It shows that this company here is in the human resource industry. This is their revenue, workers, and growth, and they are located in San Laredo, California. That's it. Just demonstrate your dashboard.
Okay, another question, and this has nothing to do with the interview. Like the V's and V's now, normally you hide the sheet, right?
Yes.
When you, assuming you want to go back to these V's in V's now, how do you, because like the normal, this thing, you click on that little arrow that will take you back to the sheet on the workstation. Now, like this V's and V's, once you hide it, can you?
Yes, just go to the worksheet where you hide it. Remember I told you, let me do something here. Okay, let me just do something here, okay? And let me create another employee tab. Let me do this. Let me do. Now, if I create a dashboard with these two right here, okay, let me say I want to create a dashboard with this, and I want to do a V's in V's for one of these. If I do, let's say I want to show this inside this chart here, I can come here and add that sheet here. Oh, sorry. If I come here and insert that number 6, number 6, I want to add number 5. So now, if you see here, it's now showing the V's in V's. If I want to hide this sheet now, since I'm showing the V's in V's in this worksheet, hide it from here. Hide the sheet here. So it's hidden now. So if I want to go back and do anything on that sheet, come back to that sheet 6 and unhide it. But the mistake some people make is they will right click on the sheet itself
and hide
one,
it. Yeah.
And they will hide it. For this, you can never retrieve it again. It's gone.
Exactly. That's
it's
what
gone. It's only, I don't know any trick to retrieve that. You don't hide your sheet directly. You hide it inside of another worksheet, and you can unhide it. You get it?
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. All right. Now, I don't know if let's practice with this again. I'm going to make sure I reward all of these, and make it more simpler, so that we can. I will send this out to everybody. Just print it. If you want to add some new skills to there, add it. Now, if you don't know what you want to say, at first try to play with this, practice this. Tell me about yourself. Just keep saying. And also, start watching some interview tip on YouTube. No knowledge is lost. Okay, so if I put in here, say Tableau interview questions and answer, anyone you watch will give you some ideas. Okay, it's gonna give you some ideas. So start playing around with these and getting some kind of different ways they might come to. I've done an interview where the person was asking me, I knew that the person doesn't even know Tableau. One of the project I did, I saw that work on YouTube, and I decided let me try to replicate that calculation. About 2 or 3 months later, this guy called me and was interviewing me, and exactly the same thing. I can tell that he went on YouTube to listen to those calculations And he said, like, dreaming with that. And he, you know, now if I haven't taken that chances, that guy could have just shared with me, you know. So no knowledge is lost, okay? Prep yourself with this, all right? But the tell me about yourself is something that you need to like own, make it your own, okay? So for now, let's try to practice with this, and we can modify this as we go on. And I'm going to add to it, okay? So let's try and just stay with this for now, okay? So if they ask me, Lucky, tell me about yourself, I want to try to say what is here. Thank you for taking the time out of your business schedule to interview me for this job position. I have read the job description. I'm excited that it will align with my experience and expertise. I believe that you will feel the same way at the end of the interview. I have more than 6 years experience in BI development and data analysis, developing reports for healthcare, telecom, finance, survey, sales, and performance analytics. My career have demonstrated comprehensive expertise in analyzing the BI need, data mining and modeling, creating visualization, dashboarding, and developing user report using BI tools, but not limited to Tableau Desktop, Power BI, Tableau Prep, Excel, Power Query, SQL, while working in an agile environment. In my past and current project, I have the opportunity to work in a collaborative environment, bringing together industry leaders, technology experts, with the sole aim of driving the future of the organization while satisfying the customer's experience. But here, you can replace this with needs. It's the same, okay? But try to like own this, all right? Okay, for the newbies, are we ready to like practice this? Or let me give Ejiro and Dada and Daniel how they have explained this question. Tell me about yourself. This will always come up. It will always come up. Every other question is like maybe to come up, but you should have like prep yourself with what you know. So anyhow they come with that questions, you know how to tackle it. But this one will always come up, always. So you can't escape it. So Ejiro, I'll let you go first. Dada, you can go after Ejiro, and Daniel after Dandy. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Ejiro Agboaye. I am a business intelligence analyst with over 8 years experience in collecting, organizing, analyzing, and disseminating statistical data. Over the years, I have worked with project managers, business owners, and other data analysts where we work together as a team to help move the future of the company forward. In my various roles, I have carried out functions such as translating business requirements into technical specifications. I have assessed, transformed, and formatted business needs to produce visual something. I've designed, built, developed, and maintained Tableau dashboards, and I have worked as a server administrator. I have participated in all the design lifecycle of data and using various BI tools like Tableau, Tableau Prep, Excel, Google Sheets, SQL, and SQL Power Query, working in an agile environment. I am very excited to be interviewed for this role because I know that I have the required, the job requirement, I have the required job, something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Dandy. Tell the newbies how you answered that question.
Okay, all right. So this is what I usually do. Like the Lucky mentioned, if it's with the recruiter, I usually print this out and I have it, when we're having that call, I'll be reading out when they say tell me about yourself. But if it's during a video call, what I usually do is I can divide my screen into two. So I have a screen where the recruiter, the interviewer is on one side, and I have that my cheat sheet, which is tell me about yourself response on the other side. But when I'm reading it out, which I'm going to be reading out now, even when I'll be looking at the recruiters, on the face, eyeball to eyeballs and all of that, they probably will not even know that I was reading. The reason is that I have mastered it.
Champion.
So I've mastered it. So let me just quickly say, okay, so Dara, can you tell us about yourself? Okay, yeah. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to interview me for this job position. I've read the job descriptions and I've done some research about the organization, and I'm excited that it's well aligned with my experience and expertise. I have more than 10 years experience spanning from sales, trade marketing, brand management, and in the last 5 years as a business developer and marketing and data analyst. In the last 5 years, my career accomplishment has demonstrated expertise in, creating the BI needs, doing data mining, modeling, creating visualization, dashboarding, and developing user reports using BI tools, but not limited to Tableau Desktop, Tableau Prep, Alteryx, Power BI, Excel, Power Query, SQL, publishing reports on Tableau Server or Tableau Online, as the case may be, and scheduling extracts to refresh while also still working within an agile environment. In my past and my current project, I have the opportunity of working in a collaborative environment with the IT implementation services, database management, asset management, human resources, servicing and call center, marketing and sourcing and reporting team. The sole aim of, and the objective is just to create visualization and, creating customers' experience. I've also handled simple and complex projects from conception to completion while working with stakeholders and product owners to understand customer requirements. My duties include, but they are not limited to: 1, maintaining an active relationship with customers to determine business requirement. I also have the opportunity of anticipating opportunity for improvement and identifying alternative solutions. I work with development teams to understand and define application scopes, analyze and evaluate detailed business and technical requirements, develop and perform system testing, also create automation, automating ETL process, making it easier to wrangle data and reducing the time by as much as 40% using Tableau Prep, Alteryx, and other ETL tools. Used to develop on a daily basis, develop several interactive dashboards with filters, highlighters with the ability to combine multiple data sources and working, like I mentioned earlier, within an agile environment. My strengths lies with the ability for setting goals and achieving them. I'm a team player. I love working within a team environment. I have no doubt that my background rooted in requirement gathering, marketing, data analysis, business intelligence, providing and solving and providing solutions with a proven track record of analyzing and translating raw data into actionable insights for strategic decision-making, along with my published management skills. I believe I'm well positioned and vastly to exceed your expectation for this role that will greatly benefit the organization. So with that, I just close. Thank you.
For the newbies, again, don't worry if it just sounds so long.
Is it possible to ask a follow-up question, please?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you mentioned requirement gathering. How do you go about gathering your requirements?
Okay, all right. Thank you for that question. I mean, look, on a daily basis, if there's a requirement to develop a new visualization, I usually get that a notification, on my mail. The mail used to be sent via raise a ticket via ServiceNow and all of that. So once I have that requirement, I look at it and again, I'll either myself or the customer will set up a meeting where we'll have to have some other ask questions, try to understand the nitty-gritty, what is expected at the end of it. So what is where are the data, where are they, what do we want to achieve, what are the objectives and all of. So all of those things will be clearly and properly understood. So once they are understood, then it's as good as sign off. So, but though, of course, if there's a need for further question during that process of developing those visualization, I'll still go back and ask question. But if there's none, of course, I'll go back. I'll then now go to the drawing board. Of course, I know exactly where the data are, and if those data are structured data, perhaps they probably may not need any further cleaning. But of course, if there's a need to do other relational data joining, process, I'll do that. But if there's a need, if I have data coming from Excel or something, perhaps they are not properly structured, there's a need for me to do data cleaning. I will then use my Tableau Prep, to do all the ETL or even Alteryx. It depends on whatever is available within our organization. So and that's that. So that's requirement gathering. They give you requirements, you look at it, then you set up a meeting, or they set up a meeting, and then you have a chit chat about that. What do you want to require? I mean, what do you want to achieve? What are so they mention everything they want to achieve. So that's stakeholder management, that's requirement gathering.
Okay, thanks.
Now, on requirement gathering, most of the time, if you're working with like a Scrum Master, a project manager, or the users, they will tell you, they will list out what they want to see, like we do in class. They put it in Jira for you and assign that ticket to you. Then you go view the ticket. And if you need more clarification, you can reach out directly to the Scrum Master, the project manager, and to clarify. But there are some instances where they trust you so much, they'll just tell you, we have this data in this database, give us something, and that's what I like so much, freestyle. So they want to like show up something, then that's where you need to be able to like look at the data to understand, and that have actually helped me to like understand data behavior. When I'm working by myself, no requirement, and I'm doing some calculation, I start looking at the data. I know when the data is right, when it's wrong, because it starts behaving, but it can come in both ways. There are some people, they are just iron cast process. They use Jira, everything has to go through Jira ticketing, even to add a filter, they create a ticket for you to add a filter. Something that will not take you 2 minutes to do that. They will still create a ticket for you. They want you to like edit the name, they will create a ticket. Some companies are like that. Some companies are so laid back, they just tell you the ticket and then you go do it, But all of this, I will try and put these resources together for everybody. All right, like this, tell me about yourself.
Sorry,
I will clean it up. I'll clean this up.
Too much question, eh?
No,
When
you are
the
not.
ticketing you're talking about now, once they create the ticket, do you give a feedback once you finish doing what they ask for in the ticket?
Of
Or
course,
you just-
like in one of my job, once they assign me a ticket and I'm done with it, I will assign that ticket back to the person that assigned it to me to say, okay, I'm done with these changes, assign it back to the person to check. Once they check to see everything is okay, they will close the ticket. Then
Okay.
in one of my job, once I'm done with the ticket, I just close it, move it to close, and put it in the production. In the other one, I don't even do anything at all.
Okay, Victor,
you know.
Don't bother about those ticketing and all, because different companies have their different processes.
Right.
So
Okay.
like Lucky said, some are structured, some are not. Some move from work in progress to QA to production. So it depends on the company. And some will
Okay.
just tell you do this, and as in they will just tell you to do something. So don't be bothered about ticketing or not ticketing. Once you see it, you will understand it. It's very simple.
Right.
Okay.
It's
Some
very
may,
simple.
some may even write just a simple mail, just say, "Oh, this is what," so, and some may even call you. You can have a small, maybe a Microsoft team call, and they will just explain, "This is what I want to change." So they may not even write it down. So maybe it's your own function now, when they are saying all of those things, what they want, for you to write down and ask again, is this what you say you want? So they can
Okay.
say, okay, yes. this
Some might
is it.
even give you Excel, the report they do manually in Excel, and they'll tell you, can you help us do this in Tableau just to automate the report?
Right.
You just follow what's there. That's it.
Okay.
You know.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, before we give the classes chances to practice this, Daniel, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, the tell me about yourself is a kind of a selling point whereby you have the opportunity in the world to determine if you're going to be selected, yes or no, right? And it's always good to keep it concise. Don't make it too long. Don't. Usually, some are like, okay, they want to give you 30-minute interview. Some will like, okay, we'll give you an hour interview, depending on whatever minutes or time they are giving you. Make it concise. And also, there are some keywords that you need to use. Like I said, even this tell me I have a copy, like I'm traveling, if I'm driving anywhere, I usually have with me. So anytime you give me a call, in those days, I don't practice it. But right now, I think like almost 80% of those things are with me. If I thought you call me anytime, I can start talking. So it's a function of what you are doing on the job day to day. That's what they want to hear. And most times, always reference in my project, in my last project, X and Y, what I've done. That's what they want to hear. So what I have to is similar to what the prof gave us, just little tweak on what little change to mine. That's all. So, and I believe with assistance and researching too, something good is going to happen. And also about the question Victor asked about the requirement gathering. Apart from what the clients, both internal or external, are asking you, there are times, because it happens to me on my job, that you will have to go online, I'm telling you, to search for resources that are even part of what they give you, that you're going to need in part of those requirement gathering. So it's going to help you if you can go online, search for stuff. And to be honest with you, if we are not lazy, some of these things they are online, unless, because it's going to help you if you are going back and forth with them, that will affect you in your job. So there are some of these things that, okay, we can check online, spending time to research it to them, and at the end of the day, I believe we're going to, have good success. So that's what I have.
All right. Now, based on that, when you start working, for example, like me, once you give my requirement, I'm gone. You won't hear back from me unless I have any particular question, But as you grow into the job, you start on getting your confidence to various ways of doing stuff. That's why I keep saying, watch, practice, learn different ways of doing stuff. So once you start working, it's not really hard. Okay, now I'm going to give everybody in the class here, and I'm going to start calling them. Just let's practice about this. Tell me about yourself. This is your first time. It might look somehow, but just calmly read what is here. If you want to put in any other thing that is not here now that you've done in the class, just go ahead and put it, but just calmly speak it, okay? We all have to practice. I'm going to call name. Nadia, you first. Tell me about yourself.
Okay. Oh Lord.
If you want to read this, go ahead. But if you want to like just look at this and frame it in your own word, make it your own, go ahead. Either way.
All right, sir. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to interview me for this job. I really do appreciate it. Having read the job description, I am excited that it is well aligned with my experience and expertise, and I believe that you will feel the same at the end of the interview. I do have more than 6 years experience in BI development and data analysis, developing reports for healthcare, finance, survey, telecom, sales, performance analytics. My career accomplishment has been demonstrated comprehensive expertise in analyzing the BI needs, data mining, and modeling. I also create visualization, dashboarding, and developing users using BI tools, but not limited to Tableau Desktop, Power BI, Tableau Prep, Excel, Power Query, SQL, while working in an agile environment. In my past and current project, I have had the opportunities of working in a collaborative environment that brings together industry leaders, technology experts, with the sole aim of driving the future of the organization while satisfying the customers' experience and needs. And also, I'm a team player, so with these, I hope I've been able to okay, I'm stuck.
You don't have to be stuck. Just try and bring and say, with this, I hope.
I hope I've been able to
no, so you just say with this, or with this, I hope you've been able to see the experience and bring it to your team, the value of adding to the organization. Just end it in a professional way. Don't get stuck. Don't ever get stuck. Okay.
Okay.
But again, the more you practice this, the more you get confidence in it, and then you just make it your own. Like I said, I'll try and simplify this. Now, for this years here, you are free to put anything there. Look at the job requirement. If they say they need somebody with 8 years, put 8 years here, over 8 years. If they say they need somebody with 10 years, put over 10 years there. So don't stop with this. Yours is to get in there, okay? Just get in there and every that thing. I tell you, a lot of the job are actually simple. And all the stuff you need to do the job is available. Or no matter how complex the calculation might be, there is no problem that you will have on your job that nobody have ever had it. You understand? So this is like a job where copycat, you'll go somewhere, copy the code and use it to do your own solution and give it to them. Okay? So don't feel, I don't know it. You know it. Okay? Just chill. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Who's gonna go? Is that Amala here today?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Have you been following us?
Yeah, I have, but I still have to catch up a little bit.
Okay. All right. Do you want to give this a try? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to meet with me today regarding this job opportunity. Having read through the job description, I believe I have the experience and the expertise to perform and to work alongside your organization if by the end of this interview you consider me a good fit for the position. I have more than 5 years experience in BI development and data analysis, and I've worked with healthcare, telecom, finance, survey, and performance analysis. My career accomplishment have demonstrated comprehensive expertise in analyzing BI needs, data mining, and modeling, creating virtualization, dashboard processing, developing users and report using BI tools. I'm not limited to Tableau Desktop only. I have experience in Power BI, Tableau Prep, Excel, Power Query, I've worked with SQL, and I've also worked in agile environment. In my past and current project, I have the opportunity of working in a collaborative environment that brings together industry leaders and technology experts with the sole aim of driving the future of the organization while satisfying customers' needs. I've worked with offshore companies and local companies here in the United States as well. I believe with this, I'm able to outline what my experience has been like in the industry. And I believe I'll be a good fit for your position, for the position that I've been interviewed for. Thank you.
Mr. Daramola, we need to give you the control so you can teach us. You see how you make everything is. Just look at what is there, bring in something. Every experience you have, bring it in. That was excellent, okay? So you're going to take us home in this interview prep. I like the way you put it, you know. Again, see, a lot of us, some of the experience we have outside of Tableau is actually valid. In IT, no knowledge is a loss. Every little idea you have in IT, bring it in. Okay, let them know, bring it in. If you've done like IT service desk support, bring it in. If you work with support, you know, over the phone support, bring it in. It all help. Okay, all right. So don't try to limit yourself to this. You can look at this and say, okay, I need to add more skills to this. Add it. Go ahead, put it in. This is just like a framework for you to follow, so you can hit the key points. Okay, and if you feel that you can improve on these techniques for us, please go ahead, come up with your own. You know, because I just came up with this and this is what I've been using and it's been working. Somebody can say, okay, we can improve this to maybe even make this idea a lot more effective. Rework it and share with us. You know, we are all here to learn. I learn every day. I love ideas, okay? All right, thank you, Mr. Daramola.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Medina. Is she here or, okay.
I'm here.
Okay. You want to give it a try?
Okay. Yeah, I'm Medina Olabinton. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to interview me for this job position. I feel elated. I feel elated to have this opportunity. Having read the job description, I'm excited that it is well aligned with my experience and expertise. I believe that you will feel the same way at the end of this interview. I have more than 5 years experience in business development analysis, and as well as the BI development and data developing reports for healthcare, telecom, finance, survey, sale, and performance analytics. My career accomplishments have demonstrated comprehensive expertise in analyzing the BI needs, data mining and modeling, creating visualization and dashboarding, and developing users' reports using BI tools, but not limited to Tableau Desktop, Power BI, Tableau Prep, Excel, Power Query, SQL, while working in an agile environment. In my past and current projects, I have the opportunity of working in collaborative environments that brings together industry leaders and technology experts with the sole aim of driving the future of the organization while satisfying the customer's experience.
Okay, so I just want you all to like get used to this, because especially for the newbies, okay? So that's why we are taking time, because in real life, even though you are speaking from that side, somebody is actually on the other side listening to you. That's why this practice is very, very helpful, okay? So don't get timid, don't get shy, give it your best try, and try to even bring in whatever experience you feel I've not put in here yet. Okay, I'm going to try and rewrite this. Okay, for good. Is Susan here? Bola. Can she hear us? I know her laptop was acting up. Okay, I don't think she can hear us. Okay, Taba, I know you have some experience on this. Do you want to share with us your experience on this? Is Taba here? Okay, all right.
You're asking about me, Lucky?
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. So do you want to take this?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you for taking time out. I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Fataba Dumboya. I just want to take this time to thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to interview me for this job position. Having read the job description, I'm excited that it is well aligned with my experience and expertise. I also believe that you will feel the same way at the end of this interview. I have more than 6 years experience in BI development and data analysis, developing report for healthcare, telecom finance survey, sales and performance analytics. My career accomplishments have demonstrated comprehensive expertise in analyzing BI needs, data mining and modeling, creating visualization, dashboarding, and developing users report using BI tools, but not limited to Tableau Desktop, Power BI, Tableau Prep, Excel, Power Query, SQL, while working in an agile environment. In my past and current project, I've had the opportunity of working with collaborative environment that brings together industry leaders and technology experts with the sole aim of driving the future of the organization while satisfying their needs.
Nice. Okay, now, please keep practicing this different ways, the way you are more comfortable with this. But after this, they're going to go straight into like drilling you, okay? And they might say, okay, Nadia, can you share with us your experience working with different data sources? That's for Nadia.
Yes. Okay. I have experience with different data sources. So this is the part where I take them to Tableau Public.
No, not yet. They want to know your experience working with different data sources. Remember, I said reference what you've done in the class. Remember how I show you guys how to bring in data source data into Tableau using that custom query directly or connected to SQL Server. Just reference what you've done in class. For me, okay, for me, if they ask me with that, okay, tell us your experience working with different data sources and all that. I work with different data sources, and I've worked with simple data source to complex data source. I've had to pull data from multiple data sources, such as, I will now start mentioning Salesforce, SQL Server, Snowflakes, Excel, CSV, and I even have to pull data from web-based application. A lot of time I have to transform this data using Tableau Prep. See, I'm bringing Tableau Prep. I use Tableau Prep to transform this data. If the need be, I might have to write the data back to my database, SQL database. If the data is only for Tableau reporting solely, then I can just write out the report as a Tableau data source on the server, then connect my Tableau desktop to build my reports. Some of the day-to-day job, I would say a lot of time I find myself working 70% of the time trying to clean the data, structure the data to make them, ready for analysis. Simple. Reference what you've done in the class. You've worked with Tableau Prep, you put data from Excel, from CSV, and you've put data from SQL database. Here, I show you guys some export here. If you go to connect to data source here, if you go to add here, you will see all of the data source that you can connect to in Tableau. Okay, so this is where sometimes I will just come here and give them some what I call Fabu. Let me minimize this. I give them what's called Fabu. I'll say I work with IBM data, Impala, Postgre. I've used ETL tools such as Tableau Prep, Alteryx, Informatica. Even though I hate Informatica, I use Informatica to put this data, structure them into one gigantic file, put them into my database, or put them out as my Tableau data source, and going forward from there to build my reports. So they just want to understand sometimes to them, this might be complex. Having data from multiple data sources might be a complex way. But if you understand Tableau Prep, it's not complex. Just connect to those data sources, join them, clean them, extract what you don't want to. Remove what you don't need, and pass out your data and build your reports. So just look at this data source here and see all of these data sources that you have that Tableau can connect to here. Pick the most popular one here: MySQL, Oracle, Redshift, SQL database, then Excel, and so on. Then pick like 5 more here and tell them. Google Drive also, some people work with Google Drive, so just tell them. They just want to have an idea of how you work with different data sources.
Yeah,
okay?
and remember at the beginning of this class where you're talking about SAP. So there's SAP ANA, SAP Net. Lucky if you just go to the right, you see SAP ANA networking system.
Yes.
So those are the SAP. They are databases that
Okay.
Now, chances are 80% of the time that you're going to be working with SQL Server, MySQL, and Snowflakes. But any of these ones are just, I don't see, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not going to be, these are the most commonly used database. Redshift is Amazon Web Services database. You don't do anything, just connect to it, enter your credential, and put it in your table and build your report. That's it.
Yeah.
So, but just be able, and all of this is what tomorrow, as we are going through all of this, if you want to write it down, I will write out how I will say it. Then if you want to write it out your own way, all the database that you've connected to, write it somewhere in your Word document like this, and print it and have it handy, just to help you scale through that stuff. Just understand some of those questions. You want to see your idea of working with multiple data sources. That's what that is. Okay. So back to you, Nadia. Tell us your experience working with multiple database or multiple data source.
Okay. Just a minute. I'm trying to pull up. Okay, I've had opportunity to work with different data sources, and I've been able to work with difficult data sources and easy ones. I've been able to pull data from Microsoft, from Snowflakes. I've been able to get data from MySQL and then turn it and make a report with that.
Okay, I know you still kind of struggle with it, but don't worry. But
Yes,
at least,
I am.
but you're getting the idea what that question is right now. So you start
Yes,
prepping
sir.
yourself. Good. That's just the idea for today. Good. All right. Well,
The database are not difficult.
no, but just for you to know the question
Yeah.
and be able to like answer it. So that is just the whole idea for today. Understand some of those questions and how you attack it.
Channel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah. Medina, how will you answer that question?
Okay. I work with many data sources like Microsoft SQL Server, Excel. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Should I? Is this what you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay. Just stay with this mostly used data source here, and then ask Snowflakes, because Snowflake's shortcut is not here. Ask Snowflakes, because Snowflake is, and then you can just mention 2 or 3 here, just to give them idea that you are able to work with multiple data sources. And then don't forget to always put that you use ETL tools to transform them or put them together using Tableau Prep. I want you to sell out on that. I'm likely to have a class for some group who that needed training quick. If that goes well, I'm going to be majoring on Tableau Prep a lot, but I'll let you guys know. It's just to be able to like transform data or put data, and for example, H0, we have some experience on this, where you have some flow that have so many data sources, like 50 data sources. The person that built that flow was just bringing those files at once. But when H0 took over that Tableau Prep, he was able to like simplify that process, spit out all of the data with just single files and simplify that process and make life easy, for ourselves. So don't be, always tell them that you use ETL tool, which is Tableau Prep, because a lot of them are using Tableau Prep. A lot of companies are getting tired of complicated SQL query, and every day they also start fine-tuning, and it's having a whole lot of issue, But Tableau Prep help you map your data and output it in a way that you can easily drag and drop and map your data. So just put in that, okay? So you work with multiple data sources, Oracle, SQL Server, Snowflakes, Teradata, Splunk, and so on. And a lot of the time you find yourself using ETL tools such as Tableau Prep to put all of those data together, transform them, and output your data for your reporting needs. Very simple. Okay. So go ahead, Medina. Is she still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
So I've worked with multiple data sources like Microsoft Excel text file, Microsoft Access PDF files, Microsoft SQL Server, SAP, Snowflakes, and if need be, I use my ETL to pull the data together on the Tableau Prep and transform them to prepare them for my reports prep, and then to bring in my reports in the dashboard.
Yeah, good, good. But again, you are getting the idea of what the drill might be. right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, another way they're going to drill you, some people use that STAR mechanism. We're going to go through that maybe on Friday and on Thursday as we round up on Thursday. They use that STAR mechanism. They will tell us, okay, tell us about the time when you have this issue. What did you do? And what was the outcome? Okay, I don't have that up here. They might say, okay, tell us about a time when you had to develop a report, but you and the client or customer did not agree on the data source. What did you do? Taba, how will you approach that?
When me and the client do not agree on the data source?
Yes, say, just an example. So, okay, tell us about a time you had a report that you want to build, but the client, you and the client have a different opinion on the data source. What did you do? Now, before you don't think too much. Again, reference what you've done in the class. Always have that at the back of your mind. If you don't know anything at all, try to create a situation. Then create a solution. Okay, and tell them what was the outcome of that solution, even though whether it has happened to you or not. Don't say no, it hasn't happened to me. No, just create a situation. Okay, what was the task and what was the outcome? You know, and again, referencing what you've done in the class. You can say, just view either Ejiro or Dandy or me as the client to say, okay, I have this report. We have to analyze return data, and I joined the data, pulling the return file and the file to identify the locations. But I was having a different aggregate of my returns, and the client was saying that the aggregate wasn't right. It was supposed to be more. You know, so for me to work and come to an agreement with him or her, I had to schedule a meeting with him. Then I pull up the raw data to validate the data at a lower granular level, bringing in the raw return files. We counted how many return files we have in that file. And when I did that, I realized that I was losing some data due to my join in my ETL 2 in Tableau Prep. That made me lose some data from the return. And what I did was to go back to my join, fix it, and I had all of my data. And when I show it to the users, we both agreed that this was the right data. Once we reached that agreement, I went on to build my reports, and it was successful. So just create something. They want to see how you approach problem. You know, that is what they want to see. Is the STAR mechanism. Okay, we will go through this tomorrow. But first of all, I want us to understand these different techniques. So while we are waiting for class tomorrow, don't wait for class. Go on YouTube and start watching a lot of interview stuff. Okay, a lot of them. Okay, this method is called STAR. It's called STAR Tableau interview questions. Is it STAR or STARS? Could you help me out?
It's STAR.
STAR.
Sequential, task, action, and result.
Okay, STARS.
No, it doesn't have S.
It
STAR.
doesn't have, okay, STARS.
STAR.
Okay, so let me do STAR interview question. Okay, so if you see STAR interview question on YouTube right now, you're going to see a whole lot of tips. Now, no answer is the same. There's no right and wrong answer when it comes to STAR. They just want to see how you will approach that problem and provide a solution. Okay, so prep yourself with this before class tomorrow so we can go far, and I will take out my time tomorrow to fix this in a way that is more simple and just direct. and then we can also practice this star. And if we all practice this star tomorrow, then we can just go through this, because I'm planning sending another assignment before for roundup, okay? And that might be your project, which we will go through on Friday, especially for the newbies. Please do it, okay? And go online and look for your resources and do that. But just try and practice this and look for Tableau interview questions and start prepping your mind. Because my hope for you guys is to, like, once you get your interview, your first or second interview, get the job and just get going without having to stay in the market looking for a job a lot of the time. You can do it. But if you don't prep yourself, you might find yourself lagging. If you prep yourself, once you start submitting your resume and doing interview, your first interview might just be the gig and you get it, okay? And then lastly, before I forget, how many of us have our resume made? I'm going to also send out this template. Where is that resume? This resume template here. Okay, so if you look at this, all you have to put in is your name, your city and state. Don't put your address there, okay? Just your city. Let's say you are in Atlanta, just put Atlanta, Georgia. Your email, phone number, your LinkedIn profile, and your Tableau prep, okay? I like to do my resume this way because it makes my resume standard, because if the recruiter or the interview manager is looking at different resume and he sees this link here, he or she can just click on it and it takes them to my Tableau Public and see my portfolio. So seeing what I have done, some samples of what I've done, can easily look at me as more qualified, because other candidates might not have this link. So they might not have seen what those people have done, but seeing what you've done and your link here kind of make them look at you and see this person is qualified, okay? All right, and then for this company here, you can use my company for this, okay? Just leave this as it is, and you can change the dates. Then if you've worked in any company before, just leave this job, all of this job description, okay? You can put in those company here. You just put in the company name where you've worked and the location and the dates, okay? Just leave this job description. Again, you want to present yourself as more qualified, okay? And if you want to like limit the year, then you can delete some of these other one. But if you want to like add more experience to this, you can. So let me remove this and put company here. Okay, so I'll try to also get your resume up. I know you may have his resume ready and one other person. So I'll send this out. Try to just put in as much information as you can, at least with this, and then we'll work together to finalize the rest of the of your resume. Now, you will observe that I have something here. Just leave this here, don't take it out. The reason being this is that when you apply for a job, some company have like this software that scan through your resume to look for the skills that they are looking for. And if they don't find it here in your resume, the software deletes your resume. It will not even get to before any person. Nobody will even see your application. So here, I like to just put as many skills as I know I have here. Okay, so for you, you can put in like different database here. Okay, the idea is for you to scale. If that company is using this software to like scan or screen resume, you put so many skills here. You have scaled through that software. Now a recruiter is not looking at your resume or the manager is not looking at your resume, at least you've gotten before somebody that will not say yes or no. Not that some AI machine is deleting your resume. That's why I have this here. So we're going to add some more experience to this place. If you don't know Python, just remove it, okay? And we'll put some, just look for some database here and put in some of those databases that you've worked on, like Excel, text file, MySQL. Just put enough skills there, okay? Any question? Any question?
No.
Okay, all right. So I'll be sending this out maybe tonight if I go to bed, and then I will send out this tomorrow morning or afternoon after I did this to make it more simple to read. Then your assignment between now and tomorrow is this interview question, Tableau interview questions, and stars interview question, just to get your mind. You don't know how they will interview you, which method they will use to like interview you. But one thing that is sure that this will always come before diverting to any method of interview. Okay.
Sir, I do have
to chip in. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, sorry. I do have a question. It's about the assignment. I've tried everything and it's still giving me the 1,600.
Okay, don't worry. We can look on that. But at least you are on the right path. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes in real life you do some report and then you have some data issues. Somebody is saying it should be this and it should be that. And then you guys have to troubleshoot to see, okay, why am I having this? Why am I having that? It happens. It's part of the job. Okay. Don't let that bother you.
I think the problem she's having is that she's using just one sample superstore. She's not using the 2018. She didn't combine the 2018 to 2022 with the earlier one.
Okay.
That's
All right. All right. No problem. We can take care of that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
you.
All right. All right, everyone. I will see you tomorrow and have a good night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Gigi, Dada, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Good night.
Good night.